Hey, welcome to Loser Talk. My name is Anton Schufer, and this is a Week 1 recap. So, let me put on my research glasses and my gambling hat. And now that you know we're serious, let's go over what happened. The Seahawks started off the season on Thursday night, 5.5-point favorites over the Packers. They took care of business. We knew that the Seahawks would win that. Next up, the Falcons were 2.5-point underdogs to the Saints. They were a home underdog in the division, and as you know, we do not go against that. I stressed that in Week 1, and the Falcons didn't disappoint. They won that game, and that's a win for us. The Vikings, 3.5-point underdogs to the Rams. The Rams, without their starting quarterback, didn't look good. The Vikings came in, got that win on the road, just like I said they would. So I felt good about that. The Browns, 6.5-point underdogs to the Steelers. Now, the Browns were down 27-0 and didn't look good, but the Steelers didn't have any running backs. They couldn't go to the ground and pound to gain that ball control and keep the Browns from scoring. So the Browns came back, covered the 6.5, and we got that win. And I was on the roll up until the Jags decided to blow a 17-point lead in the first half. They were 10.5-point underdogs. And they were up 17-0. That's 27 points the Eagles got to cover. But anyway, the Eagles come storming back. They had a lead, 27-17. No timeouts. The Jags have the ball. And what did Chad Henne do? He fumbles the ball, gives it up to Fletcher Cox. He runs it into the end zone and destroys our 10.5-point. That would have been a great pick for the week. And Chad Henne only did that because he went to the University of Michigan and he doesn't like me personally. The Jets, 4.5-point favorites over the Raiders. They covered, barely, but they covered, and that was a winner for us. Then we had the Ravens, who were 2.5-point favorites over the Bengals. The Ravens opened up the season at home in the division and lost it. That's not a good sign for the Ravens. The Bears were 6.5-point favorites over the Bills. Now, the Bears just turned the ball over too much. They turned the ball over. Fumble, interception, fumble by Brandon Marshall, Jay Cutler. They just were giving the ball away, and they still only lost by 3. That's a testament that they could have easily blown the Bills out, but they weren't focused. So that was the Bears just falling apart. Next up, the Redskins, 2.5-point underdogs to the Texans. The Redskins lost this game, and they proved that Jay Gruden was not ready to be a head coach. He only scored 6 points with that offense. I was disappointed in that. And the Texans have a great front seven. That we knew coming into the game. But the Redskins still should have scored more than 6 points. Unless the Texans are just going to be a dominant defense this year. We had the Chiefs and the Titans. Now, I told you the Chiefs was fool's gold. I told you not to bet the Chiefs. And then what did I do? I went ahead and bet the Chiefs because I didn't think the Titans would be ready out the gate game 1. And they were. And the Chiefs, who are not going to be good, they lost the game. And I should have took my own advice. The Patriots, we took the Dolphins at 4.5-point underdogs over the Patriots, and the Dolphins dominated. They not only covered the spread, they won that game. The Bucks, 1.5-point favorites over the Panthers, and the Panthers let the Bucks know that they are not ready to give up the division. With a backup quarterback and no receivers, they can still beat the Bucks. This is the game that disappointed me the most. I thought the Bucks would be better. The 49ers, 5.5-point favorites over the Cowboys. That win is planned. There were no surprises there. The Colts, 7.5-point underdogs to the Broncos. And the Colts did what I told you they'd do. They would cover. I told you that line was too big. And Andrew Luck brought them back. He wouldn't let me down. And then the easiest game to pick of the week was the Lions over the Giants at 4.5 points. The Lions went ahead and blew the Giants out by 3 touchdowns. I would have actually took the Lions at 10 points. But anyway, in the last game of the week, this was the hardest game. It was the Cardinals versus the Chargers. I told you not to bet this game. I told you if you had to pick a winner to pick the Cardinals. But the Cardinals did not cover. So, that's why I didn't bet it, because I knew this game was going to be close. And I should have took my own advice on that. If I wanted to bet the spread, I should have took the Chargers. So I'm going to have to take the L on that one. And that's how we finished 9-7. Now, we're going to cover the first game, the Thursday night game, right now, and then we'll do the rest of the teams on Friday. So we got the Ravens, our 2.5-point favorites at home over the Steelers. This is a game where you got to pay attention that when you're betting, you're really buying numbers. You're buying the 3, the 7, and the 10. So at 2.5 points, if you want the Steelers, which we're going to take, I like the Steelers, you're going to have to tease this game with your bookie to 3 points, okay? You're getting 2.5 right now. Go to 3, pay the extra $25, it'll be worth it. Trust me. The Steelers, plus 3 points, winner in this game. All right, this is Loser Talk. Catch me for week 2 on Friday when we go over those games once we get that injury report out. My name is Anton Schufert, and I hope you're having fun out there.